In this video, we're going to get an upper bound for this sum. So the sum is n goes from 1 to infinity of 1 over n squared. So this will equal, so if I plug in 1, we get 1 over 1 squared, which is 1, plus the sum is n equals 2 to infinity of 1 over n squared. So 1 over n squared is less than or equal to 1 over n squared minus 1, because n squared is bigger than n squared plus 1 minus 1, so you get the reciprocal would be less than. So this is less than or equal to the 1 plus the sum is n equals 2 to infinity of 1 over n squared minus 1. And so this is just a series that we can calculate. So the sum as n goes from 2 to infinity, 1 over n squared minus 1. So that's the sum, n goes from 2 to infinity, 1 over n minus 1, n plus 1. So 1 over n minus 1 times n plus 1 is sum a over n minus 1 plus b over n plus 1. Multiply it by n minus 1, n plus 1. This gives us 1 equals a n plus 1 plus b. N plus 1 will cancel on top and bottom, so it'll be n minus 1. So when n equals 1, you'll get 1 is equal to 1 plus 1 is 2a. That means that a is 1/2. N is negative 1. This means that 1 is, so a will cancel, and b, negative 1 minus 1 is negative 2. So b is negative 1/2. So 1 over n minus 1 times n plus 1. So a is 1/2 times 1 over n minus 1 minus 1 over n plus 1. So the sum, as n goes from 2 to infinity, of this is 1/2 the sum as n goes from 2 to infinity, 1 over n minus 1 minus 1 over n plus 1. This will be 1/2. So we're just going to plug in a couple times. So this will be 1 minus 1/3 plus 1/2 minus 1/5, fourth. We plug in 3, we get plus 1/3 minus 1/5 plus 1/4 minus 1/6, and so on. 1/3 and minus 1/3 will cancel, minus 1/4 and 1/4 will cancel, and so on. The only things that don't cancel is 1/2 times 1 plus 1/2, which is 3/2, which is 3/4. So we have that this is equal to 1 plus 3/4, which is equal to 7/4. So now that we have the sum as n goes from 1 to infinity of 1 over n squared, this is less than or equal to 7/4. And that is the result that we get. That's the end of the video.